Hi, we're audible now. What up, everybody? What up, Father
what's
Bruce,
up?
the Prime, John?
Hello.
Oy. Sabihin nyo kung naririnig nyo kami. Tangina.
Yeah. Please, I'm gonna ask in the chat if
Hi,
it's
we're
in
audible
case.
now. What up, everybody?
Yeah,
What up,
tayo.
Father
What's
Bruce,
up?
the Prime,
Hello.
John? No, I heard myself on the stream, so rinig tayo.
All right. Saying what's up, Bruce, D Prime, John, usuals. Ayun, yun. We're audible now. All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys. Kumusta kayo dyan sa areas nyo? I hope you guys aren't too hot. Hopefully you're hydrated.
It has been raining now, so
Mm-hmm. Oh, buti pa dyan, umuulan.
yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no rain here. It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Kind of hot. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
summer. Bumalik sa summer ulit.
Yeah, weather's unpredictable. It's a wild beast.
Wow.
Wild beast.
It is.
Wild beast.
Minsan sa umaga, init-init. Sa hapon, ulan ng sobrang lakas. Oh, mainit din daw sa QC, sabi ni J-Pro.
Yeah, dude. I'm QC right now. It's so hot.
Yeah.
What up,
Hey.
Doc G in Taiwan? What up?
Taiwan.
Hey, ni hao.
What?
Doc G, anong oras ba dyan niya? I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, come on. I'm just joking. Okay, my question na lang is, how long is the flight from Manila to
That's a good
Taipei?
question. Yeah.
It's less than 2 hours, if I remember correctly. Shorter than Hong Kong, in fact. Tama ba ako, Doc?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, say.
Malapit siya.
Taas lang naman ng Batanes to.
Yeah, exactly.
Dahil na, babangka nga nila, diba?
The question is, can you go to Batanes and then just take a boat
Yeah,
ride?
dude.
Yes,
Didn't
you
you see
can.
that
That's what they
article?
did. That's what they did in the olden times.
Yeah. There's a project now that I have a minute left, but there's a project now where they're trying to create the old sea routes from back in the day, and pre-colonial Philippines with the indigenous Taiwanese, and they have indigenous Taiwanese. Look nothing like the current Taiwanese.
All right. Almost time to shut up.
Please Please hit my music and yeet.
My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
This is Lola Vice. I love you so much.
They love my Latina heat.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
You are CM Punk.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy daddy. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Chino Liao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
When you're listening.
You're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast.
Wrestling Podcast.
On our Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
You're now watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Excuse me. Romoran, Emil Nate, and Chino Liao, who is back here after weeks and weeks, I guess. I don't know. How long have you been out?
3 weeks. About 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. And streaming to you live on a Thursday night in the middle of June. How is everybody doing tonight? And I hope you guys are doing okay this month. Kamusta naman?
Well, doing
well.
fine.
Yeah.
Doing
well.
All right. We have a week before a huge, ridiculous pay-per-view / PLE week next week. It is a bit quiet, actually, since this June lately, and it's gonna get a lot worse. But that's where we make our money, diba? When we have the big events. So we have stuff from SmackDown, NXT, TNA, Dynamite, Raw, of course, before we head into our predictions next week. But before we get into our wrestling talk, Emil, let's do a quick housekeeping segment here. How can our listeners and watchers and viewers support the podcast online?
All right. So you can support the podcast in multiple ways. First is through sponsorship. So we're still accepting those. So if you want us to share your product, sponsor a segment, sponsor an episode, if you want us to, talk about a specific thing that you want us to talk about, we're always welcome for that. And you can email us to hello.wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com for more info and more details. And another way to support the podcast is through our Patreon program. It's at patreon.com/wrestling podcast. Or if you want gank, it's gank.com/wrestling2xpod. Also for the same price, $5 every month. And you'll get the Discord community. You get first dibs to interviews that we do. We just did a couple this month, so check those out. But for our patrons, they get first access to it, and they get to be in the Zoom call as well, to be there to witness, witness it firsthand. So and just being in that community is always fun. I know I've made friends over the years with our patrons. So again, the links are patreon.com/wrestling podcast and gagnow.com/wrestling2xpod.
Wow. Praktisado na Emil. Yeah. Other than that, if you guys like what we do, just please consider, guys, subscribing for a month to Gank or to Patreon. Gank has more options for those in the Philippines. Pwedeng GCash, pwedeng e-wallets, other than credit and debit cards. So go check that out. We could definitely use some of your help. Lalo na we are also paying our producer Jasper out of our pockets, diba? So yeah. All right, we have quite a bit to talk about. So first off, we have big news from TNA. that happened overnight last night. Marami nangyari. Tessa Blanchard is no longer with TNA. Tommy Dreamer is also no longer with TNA. Sami Callihan were let go. Tessa requested her release.
Yes.
Because she is also working with CMLL, and I feel like hindi na sila tugma because WWE owns owns AAA, and TNA works with WWE, and now CMLL books Tessa Blanchard more. There's that, and then TNA has also announced that they're streamlining, quote unquote. The workforce is being reduced. People are leaving the company as well. May joke nga na in a few months' time, TNA Impact on AMC is going to be Carlos Silva talking to himself. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Chino, as a TNA guy,
Yeah.
what? Obviously, we know what this means. But what is your take on TNA drastically or almost drastically reducing its manpower here?
I mean, it sucks because every time na napag-uusapan tong TNA, it's mostly because it's a negative, like something bad has happened, or hindi siya. It's rarely a positive thing for us to talk about TNA. But now that we're getting the updates that we're getting, una, it's sad that Tess Blanchard is leaving the company. Although I feel like she's a better fit for CMLL at this point in her career. I think if anything, this might help her make her way into AEW kasi mas pag ganun yung trajectory niya
I don't
instead
think
of
it's happening, but okay.
No, that's not happening anytime
I mean,
soon.
yeah, just never say never, pero mas malaki na yung chance na nandun siya kasi sa WWE. Let's put it that way. Right?
Alright.
Right? So, I mean, hindi ko naman sinasabing confirmed yan, pero CMLL does work with AEW quite a bit. Right? So, if she's gonna go full-time with CMLL, good for her. Right? I don't know if yung past allegations niya will have anything to do with it, pero neither here nor there to speculate. As for the losing manpower, to me, it only points to a sale. That's how I'm reading it right now. I think they're prepared to sell the company, but that's what you do before a big sale.
Ituloy na. Kanino ba benta yung TNA?
That I don't know. I don't have.
You don't want to speculate on who.
WWE. Yeah, well, if we're just throwing past at the wall here, say WWE might as well buy TNA at this point, diba? Because they've already been working with them so intensely now.
Well, to be fair, it could also possibly be that Scott D'Amore also buys TNA.
Oh, yeah. So, but he has MLP now.
Yeah. So he'll buy TNA and then he'll merge it with MLP.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to running TNA to begin with. Because TNA is still the bigger brand.
Property, exactly.
So, sila pa rin yung may TV deal. May TV deal sa US, diba?
Yeah, I'm sure if Scott D'Amore buys TNA, he'll fold MLP to it. Kasi he always wanted to run TNA.
Like he's a TNA guy. Just his revenge project.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good call. TNA has been his since the 2000s.
Oh, and then Silva and Anthem stepped in, diba? So we know what happened there. So actually, the most reasonable is Scott D'Amore if we're really talking about realistically selling the company. Now, again, without insider info, so I don't really know how possible that is. I'm just reading tea leaves here.
Sure. All right, Emil, what about you? What do you think?
I mean, let's be honest here. The moment the partnership was announced, I think 2 years ago with WWE and TNA, I knew, and most people, I think they already predicted na at some point WWE is gonna buy TNA. Like WWE won't go into a partnership with a company na they won't be the party that will not benefit the most. Diba? Ganyan naman sila eh. So just like they did with AAA, yun talagang straight up they bought the promotion. I think it's also gonna end up this way. As much as I want the Scott D'Amore thing to happen, I just don't think so kasi yun nga like medyo bitter din yung exit ni Scott D'Amore sa TNA.
But it will be his ultimate revenge that he finally gets to own TNA.
But the thing with TNA is it has been on a downfall since they let go of Scott D'Amore. Like Scott D'Amore brought back TNA literally back from the dead. And
sure.
Now it is at the point where it's close to dying again for the nth time. And I
Sayang
don't.
lang, sayang lang din kasi pangat na sila eh. Right?
Yeah.
They got out of those pre-taped episodes. They got out of having to
They didn't
move
get out of
from
pre-taped episodes. They still do that.
I mean, yeah, mas rare na, fine, sige. Mas madalas na yung live nila kasi
Okay.
from before.
Remember
right?
GFW?
Diba? I mean, GFW was also Jeff Jarrett's fault. So,
by the way, TNA is no longer showing new episodes on Blast TV. So,
man.
just in case you guys didn't know, because I was looking for it the other week, and they haven't streamed a new episode since the start of May. So
they've been putting up full matches of Impact episodes though on YouTube. So,
but they always do that. They've been doing that for the longest time now.
Kung hindi nyo pa alam.
Okay, sure. Sa akin naman, I don't know. I'm inclined to believe na baka hindi bibilhin ng WWE kasi if WWE buys it, it would be the second North American brand that they would have, diba? Especially on the level of NXT. So now WWE has like 4 North American brands competing with itself on TV. Like, yeah, it would be nice, pero I don't think they're willing to let go of that money on TNA. You know what I mean? Because they're already cutting people to ostensibly save money, right? From the main roster, diba? Like, and they already have Evolve as well on Tubi. So, how many more brands can WWE own on North American TV, right? So, I think it's someone else buying it. I feel like it's going to be... I don't think WWE is going to spend that money on TNA. I feel like they're still going to work with TNA, but I don't think they need another brand another North American brand under the WWE umbrella. So,
what if Tony Khan buys it?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Yeah.
He already bought ROH.
ROH. Sure.
Why the hell not? All right. Speaking of Tony Khan, so let's go to AEW now. So today's Dynamite was really interesting. So they had this big face-off between the 2 finalists for the men's side of the Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament. That's a mouthful to say. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. So they nag-ukuhatan sila ng past. And they called each other out on the present. So Swerve says that Ospreay has changed because Ospreay is now allying with the group that they fought so hard against last year so that Hangman could win. And then Will kind of has a weaker rebuttal and says that, asan ka nung inatake ako ng Death Riders and the Young Bucks, diba? Sa London. So wala ka naman dun. So yun. So they pinned all of those against each other, and then now they said that they were going to be fragile. Or, Swerve said that Will is going to be fragile, and he's not going to step aside for Will to achieve his childhood dream of, winning at Wembley Stadium. And so he pisses Will off, and then Will, in the event that it starts to escalate, the Death Riders come out to back Will up, and that kind of proves what Swerve was saying. Now, okay, bago nga, you do have the Death Riders in your corner, and now Will doesn't. For his part, naman, he's selling the part where he's a confused little boy. Now, okay, yeah, Swerve is right, but also the Death Riders have been really helpful. So, what do you make of where this is going with regard to Will Ospreay and the Death Riders?
I know they're presenting Will as the good guy here, but in that promo earlier, I was inclined to side with Swerve kasi he has tama sinasabi niya eh. Like last year, like Will rallied him and Hangman to fight the Death Riders, to fight the evil empire, and they were successful. Tapos ngayon, he's siding with the same, with the same enemies, and he was proven right when the Death Riders came out for Will Ospreay. So, but yeah, I mean, syempre, heel pa rin si Swerve kasi, he had the heel turn and all that, but in that promo, he did a good job convincing me to sign with him. And I think that speaks to Will's promo game. Like, he still has ways to go. Like, he is not, you know what I mean? Like, he's not in the levels yet of, let's say, someone like Hangman or someone like MJF. Kasi like you said it in our Discord, this guy constantly gets punked when it comes to promos.
No, not when it comes to promos, but when it comes to the story. That's what I meant.
Character.
When he
Yeah,
gets
yun
punked.
din yun.
Di naman
Yeah.
dahil ano siya. Ikaw, Chino, did you catch this segment earlier?
Yeah, so it's interesting because we are in an era of sympathetic heels now. Diba? Na parang even on the WWE side of things, we have LA Knight, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But now here we have, Swerve. Diba? Citing reasonable reasons on why Will Ospreay has changed. And now, nandito na ulit tayo sa rivalry ng sino ba mas magandang friend. Diba? Who's the better person here? Diba? And as a fan, you watch something like this and you realize it's not so binary anymore. Na parang hindi ka na pwedeng one guy is just straight up bad, the other guy is just straight up evil. You're forced to actually think, teka lang, bakit ba masama si bakit ba masama si Swerve? There we go. Bakit ba masama si Swerve? Kasi he calls Will Ospreay out on siding with the guys that they fought back. Diba? Parang mapapaisip ka din in the sense na it's not so clean cut anymore, and I kind of like it. I like that nuance here. I can't really say for certain kung sino yung mas tama, and that's really just it makes for good wrestling.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it's good for people who want the story, who want to have a really three-dimensional story. Definitely good for people who enjoy these nuances. Pero syempre, not everyone gets to like this. People just want, I think some old heads want, a straight up face and heel. But at this point, we're not in that era anymore.
Yeah.
So okay na din. All right. Anything else you guys want to say about this? Any other point that you want to bring up?
No, you can move on.
All right. Sige. All right. So one more thing about Forbidden Door. It's happening next week, but a lot of the matches are not NJPW crossovers. So the big main event is a 12-man tag match, and it's all AEW guys. So ang nangyari pala, according to some rumors on the internet, is that there are a lot of visa issues plaguing not just AEW but also WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So because Donald Trump and his administration have made it harder for people to come to America, it also means that people who are legit working and entertaining your favorite entertainers might not be as it might not be easier for them to work in America. So yung mga natamaan dito are usually the CMLL guys, Mexican guys. I don't know if the AAA guys have this hard time as well, but yun nangyari. Kaya puro like I believe the only NJPW guys right now, and somebody could fact check me on this, are TMDK, the foreigners of TNDK, and Konosuke Takeshita. Diba? Ishii is technically with AEW. He has like a long-term visa then. So there's that. So syempre, the pseudo NJPW presence that you have is Okada, Takeshita, and Shibata, and Ishii. So yun lang. Buti na lang nandun sila. But for the most part, a bunch of the other guys, if you're not Western, if you're not white, mahihirapan ka pumuntang US. So hopefully they fix that stuff by next week kasi malapit na yung show. But
I don't think it's gonna get fixed by next week. Yeah.
What insight do you have?
No, I don't think. Honestly, with the way things are going in the US, ito na yung card mo. It's gonna be the sparse Japanese guys interspersed within the show. Kasi it's not looking. Kasi it affects all industries, not just wrestling. I know for a fact that there's a comedy tour that was supposed to happen in the States with some Japanese comedians na hindi na natuloy kasi 2 lang yata yung nakapunta out of like 8 comedians.
Yeah,
diba? That's not So,
Man, things are
it's
bad.
affecting everybody right now. And meanwhile, they're having UFC fights in the White House. So, parang, clearly immigration is not their priority here, or not their priority in that way. So, baka don't expect any drastic changes to this card that we're getting for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, it just sucks overall. I mean, this was supposed to be the one crossover event of the year where we will get to see our favorite New Japan wrestlers go at it against AEW wrestlers, or Stardom wrestlers going up against AEW wrestlers. But it
Iniisip ko nga
sucks.
kung paano makakapunta yung president ng Stardom to face Tekla. Because that's
I'm
really
No,
sure.
I
the
think
one
no.
thing.
I'm
I think
sure he's gonna be
The
there.
Stardom girls and the Stardom employees seem to have a better time. Like,
Okay.
because I think they
Interesting.
have pre-existing visas for the US. I think from before.
Starlight Kid is working for
Yeah,
Forbidden
Starlight
Door.
Kid is doing Forbidden Door.
Mm.
But a lot of the Japanese NJPW guys aren't doing it. Siguro kaya pinasabi kay Suji na i-boycott yung Forbidden Door to explain then.
For
Yeah.
storyline.
Right.
Speaking of,
Pwede din. Actually, that's good. Yeah.
you almost forgot to talk about Dominion. So a lot of new champions in New Japan. So 5 new champions, 5 new sets of champions. Most importantly, Yorusuji is back as champion again. He defeated Callum Newman, so Newman only was champ for 71 days. So I guess that experiment is over. They just did the thing, the youngest to win the cup and the youngest to win then the championship. I don't know if that means that Newman is coming to the States for Forbidden Door. I think pwede naman because he's white. He probably has a US visa. So there's that. But it feels like a reset then for NJPW because it feels like their summer or their spring wasn't really much to write home about.
Especially heading into the G1 season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they need to have some sort of a reset or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind Yuta Tsuji as a champion. He's a great champion. As for Newman, they gotta go back to the Ospreay story. Medyo nabitin ako dun eh.
Yeah,
I mean, if he makes his way back to the States, then they definitely have to do that.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening at the end of the finals match with Swerve. I feel like yun yung story heading into the pay-per-view, and then you start all-in season at Wembley.
Okay.
All right. Before we talk about WWE, let's take a quick Emil Nate dance break and gather ourselves. Okay, time to talk about WWE. SmackDown was kind of eventful, actually, last Friday. So things got really heated between Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes. So Sami is now the special guest referee for this week's episode of SmackDown as Cody and Gunther go at it again for the championship. Last week, Cody and Sami had words with each other. So Sami was saying na, ako yung unang nag-celebrate with you. Diba? And unang tumulong sa'yo in that match at WrestleMania 40 against Roman Reigns. And para akong other sa'yo. And then Cody said that as long as he's the champion, he's never going to have the championship. Sami's never going to have the championship. And that caused Sami to slap Cody out of frustration. To his credit, Sami realized what he did and apologetic naman siya. But Cody couldn't control his emotions and slapped Sami even though Sami was apologetic. And that led Sami to try and grab the chair and make like he was attacking Cody with a chair, but he thought the better of it. So I guess at this point, the question we have to ask again is, who is the worst friend? We feel it's Sami Zayn, but a lot of people online still feel. We feel it's Cody, who is a bad friend, and a lot of people online feel like it's Sami. And I feel like a lot of it is colored by the fact that Sami is just really good at being annoying. Like some people we know. So, Chino, I want to hear from you. We haven't had you here for a while.
Yeah.
Who is tinong kupal dito?
First of all, they can't be both bad friends, right? They can't be both equally horrible. Can. Puede.
Okay.
And that's my opinion here. They're both equally bad at being friends with each other. Kasi unang-una kung magkaibigan talaga kayo, ba't kayo nagkakantsawan, di ba? Like, doon pa lang mali na eh, right? Like, you're both friends, so why are you bringing out receipts all of a sudden, right? And I get that Cody was trying to bring Sami back down to earth by saying all these things about him, diba? So, sinabi pa niya, diba, binubu ka eh. You're getting booed. Right? Why don't you see that, right? So, yes, may konting disillusionment on Sami's part. But for his case, Sami called Cody out for being ungrateful because he was there this entire time. So I think they're just horrible at being friends. They're just both equally bad here.
Okay, now that you bring that up, okay, medyo may point ka, tama. But the problem is, Cody in this situation is supposed to be the good guy. So how can you be a horrible friend and people are still gonna tag you as the good guy?
So do you think Cody's not a horrible friend? Because
no. I also think yes.
What Emil is saying is, as we've been also talking about here, yes, you can be a bad friend, but at the same time, he's being positioned as the good guy in the entire story. So, the other two, Gunther and Sami, are supposed to be the heels. And okay, you're right, Cody is a bad friend, but he's also the babyface. So ano talaga?
Exactly.
That's
my biggest problem from his booking, especially after WrestleMania. Like, okay, I don't know if they are slowly working on a heel turn, but I know the guy refuses to turn heel. Eh. So ano ba to? Ginagago lang ba tayo ni Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I feel like ginagago tayo ni Cody. I feel like and this is a very, very heelish thing to do. Now he's banking on Gunther and Sami both being unlikable so that he gets away with being unlikable. So if you're unlikable to the guys who are actually unlikable, you are by default more likable. You know what I mean?
This is like some Homelander logic.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's right. It's a good call. That's a good call. And that's why...
Hindi ka self-aware. That's like...
exactly.
You're so full of yourself. Hindi ka self-aware.
That's why people...
Yes.
That's why people call Cody the Codelander, the Homelander. So, it's crazy. And to me, the mean streak ni Cody went all the way back to the Road to WrestleMania season where he found himself getting a shot at Drew McIntyre and despite, technically not being allowed to anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It's also because people, again, Sami has also done a good job of being unlikable and annoying, but he again is right. And the only bad thing he's really doing is, presenting or, bragging about the fact that he's the last real good guy.
Yeah. I
do like that.
I like it because I agree with him. He is the good guy in the story.
Yeah.
But a lot of people... sorry.
Yeah. I like something that Sami said during their promo na asan yung mga kaibigan mo? Diba?
Oh.
Lahat ng mga kaibigan mo ayaw na sa iyo eh, 'di ba? Sila Orton, Cena, sino ba? Owens, 'di ba? Oh, wala na eh.
Yeah, surely you must be the problem, 'di ba?
Exactly.
Right. I mean, not that the other two guys are super injured, pero okay, sige.
Yeah.
One of them's like retired, okay, sige. Pero
the points do stand. No. But there's a saying, it's only at the top.
I mean, wala. And syempre, they're always gonna make the story to be okay. Sammy's annoying. Gunther's a bully. So yeah. And I like the fact that Sammy was actually apologetic about slapping Cody. Like people, people like to gloss over that fact because it was a really small character detail. Okay, he knew he messed up, and he didn't want to mess up and hit his friend, diba? Like in between the two of them, Sammy is still the one considering Cody a friend, while Cody's the one annoyed with Sammy. Parang mas may pasensya pa si Sammy kay Cody kaysa kay Cody with Sammy, diba?
Nire-real talk ka na nga ni Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, like, that to me is a hallmark of a better friend. He has more
I mean, the real talk din naman niya si Sammy, pero, you know.
I feel like it's so insane that people are willing to excuse Cody Rhodes just because Sammy's annoying. You know what I mean? Like,
but sometimes, yeah, I get it though. I get it. Sometimes, like the way you say a message matters just as much as the message itself. Diba? Parang the delivery is just as important as, you know. Sometimes people don't want to take medicine, you know. So, diba? Like the whole Mary Poppins song, diba? The spoonful of sugar and all that. So, kahit pa paano, kaya mo din isipin na not everybody can be as blunt as you want them to be. You can be as blunt with everybody as you think you can be, diba? And get away with it. Diba? Kahit pa paano, you still have to have a little delicadeza, I guess is the better word I can think of right now. Pero at the same time, you know, I understand where everybody's coming from here because si Sami Zayn really is annoying. It's just the way he delivers what he wants us to say. Not the best method, I think.
It's actually people hating or people disliking people who are neurotic and, you know, OA, diba? And it's also kind of a bit of ableism. Just to bring in a little bit here, like if you're perceived as different or you're perceived as annoying,
so are we saying Sammy's on the spectrum?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I mean not the spectrum, but definitely neurodivergent, and people still have less patience for the neurodivergent. Is what I'm saying.
Like I mean, if you heard stories of Sami Zayn, then I get where Ro's coming from.
I wouldn't go as far.
No, I'm not saying spectrum. I'm just saying neurodivergent. That's it. I mean, like iba siya is what I'm saying. Hindi siya cool and calm. Diba? He's not that kind of person. You know what I mean? So people have less patience for that. Those kinds of persons. So
pakikisama, that's the word.
I guess.
Pakikisama is the word I was looking for. Right? You lead your every day in life. You go through work, your family, friends, colleagues, everywhere you go. Kahit magko-commute ka lang. But you got to learn how to deal with certain types of people. Now, some of these people you're exposed to a little bit longer. Diba? So doon pumapasok yung pakikisama eh. And I think it's just them missing the point here of like instead of saying now who's the better or who's the worst friend, it's like you're supposed to think who here is supposed to be more understanding. I think the compassion that we're looking for, so essentially that's what we're after here, diba? We're trying to be empathetic enough to one side so that the other side we disagree with, diba? But that's not happening here because everything is already so jumbled up.
It's just messed up because I feel like it says a lot about who you cheer for, who you boo in the story. Like, okay, if you're to me, and again, my opinion, if you're booing Sammy, there's kind of something wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Actually, yeah, no, I wouldn't boo Sammy.
Yeah,
speaking of fans, we're gonna get to the fans a little bit later.
Yeah, sure. Okay, King of the Ring update from SmackDown. Jey Uso won the quarterfinal match, and Solo Sikoa got involved at the end. That cost LA Knight the victory. So Jay is in the finals. Do we have an updated bracket after Raw?
Si Oba Femi yung nasa finals.
Okay, so it's Oba versus Jay.
Yep.
No. Jay versus Jovan is the other semis.
Semi-final. Okay.
It's gonna be
the
on
quarterfinal
SmackDown.
was a 4-way.
Waiting ko pala. Yeah, tama.
Right.
On SmackDown, there's another match.
Okay, so did Jay need to advance in this tournament?
God, man, it's so. As an LA Knight fan. No, sorry. LA Knight fan, it's tough. Like, there were so many points in the past where I felt like, okay, this is it. This is the push that we've been waiting for. And when the bracket was announced, and this because of the storyline as well of him going up against the Bloodline, I also thought, okay, maybe this is it. This is the main event push that we've all been waiting for. And tangina, di man lang nakalusot sa quarterfinals ang puta. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, Jey Uso did not need to win this. So I guess they're going with Jovan versus Oba in the finals. Which again, I don't mind. But again, for slow, interesting na kasi yung LA Knight Bloodline story eh. So, shit. Yeah, I'm disappointed.
I will make the argument that it really doesn't matter kung sino yung mananalo dito because the winner of this match isn't going to win the King of the Ring.
Yeah,
King of the Ring. The King of the Ring, even. Right? I still have Uba Femi winning.
Okay.
I also think that Jay versus Javon is a good enough measure for Javon Evans. And that LA Knight losing really just helps him in the long run against the Bloodline here. Because mas nagkakaroon siya ng gripe eh, di ba? Parang mas nagiging neurotic siya. Even though he is in the right here, kahit paano. Because now he'll have more of a gripe against the Usos, against Roman Reigns, against Jacob Fatu now. Now he has more options other than the King of the Ring. There's still money in the bank, di ba? There's still some random number one contendership that he could actually win. So hindi pa ito yung end for LA Knight. Hopefully they actually go through with this properly. I don't know if he's going to be capable to beat Roman Reigns, pero he's looking like a real good guy here in the story. Na hindi talaga na binibigyan siya ng hero's journey, unlike the other stories that we're on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's sad, but I don't have much investment in the King of the Ring tournament. Like Oba's gonna win. I mean, I hope Oba wins because he needs this win, so he can do double duty. Day 1 of SummerSlam, day 2 of SummerSlam. Diba? All right.
Yeah.
Poor LA Knight. I feel like they missed the boat na rin on his push. Like it took too long for him to get to the main roster. He's kind of old, man. But at the same time,
that's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault. And it's not his
fault. He got over.
And Roman's old. You know, people are old. It's not. Can't be the. I mean, he can't be the only old person. Punk got a push, and he's super old. Yeah, yes, you can argue.
But also, Punk's been there before.
But still, I mean, like age shouldn't be an issue. Like age shouldn't be an issue as long as you're over. All right, let's go to Raw. The Bloodline saga continues, so Emil has a lot of feelings about this. Jacob Fatu acknowledged Roman and the OTC way. Tapos, they had this funny bit where Eric Andre was trying to dap up the Bloodline, and then he only got to dap up Jimmy. Tapos, he tried to mess with... He touched the Ulafala. So that's what he did wrong. Oh, that's what he did wrong. So Jacob Fatu brought him in the ring and then gave him a splash for his troubles. So, Emil, you have feelings about the Bloodline. What is your take?
I have a big problem with it, especially after this week.
Okay.
Kasi all this time, ever since this current version of the Bloodline was born, every promo na lang, they're preaching na, oh, that's in the past. We've changed. You know, all of the abuses, all of that is in the past. But that's not what I'm seeing on my TV every week is that they're going back to being heels again. They're going back to their heelish ways. And the main example of that is attacking Eric Andre out of nowhere. Like the guy was simply having fun ringside. Like, yeah, you know, he touched the Ulafala, but does that warrant him to be attacked like that? No. So if I'm a fan from an outsider's perspective, so, like, why am I still gonna cheer for this group or for this guy? Because he led the attack on someone who's a civilian, you know. So and then later on in the show, Jimmy was preaching to LA Knight when LA Knight was calling them out that we've changed. Like, what changed? You didn't change. People just accepted to love you. Yeah, people just for some reason has accepted you and are now cheering you. So that is where my problem lies. Is with the fans. Right?
Yeah, no, it's not just the fans. No, it's not just the fans. No. It's
Okay.
not just the fans.
It's not just the fans. I will say this.
It's also the presentation. So this is actually pretty similar to how Cody was being presented, diba? On SmackDown. So this is a problem. Are we going back to how Vince saw baby faces na dapat medyo kupal sila as people?
I think there's just a lack of, again, awareness here. There's just a lack of awareness here of what a heel really is and what a face really is.
What a face definitely is. So,
yeah.
You know what a heel is.
In their attempts to fucking blur the lines and make everything look grayish, nawawala na din yung central alignment nung why you're a good guy and why you're a bad guy here. Okay. Diba? On one hand, yes, kupal yung ginagawa ng Bloodline ngayon, and yet they're the faces. But on the other hand, LA Knight has been saying sensible things for the past 2 weeks, but yet he's supposed to be the heel still. Why?
Yeah.
Diba? So, hindi ito fan presentation. You can't blame the end user of the product for taking things the wrong way when that's how it's presented to them. Diba? You should blame the people who made the product in the first place.
No, but I also get what Emil's trying to say. Kasi, syempre, the product also won't present it that way if the fans don't react to Bloodline characters a certain way, to Roman Reigns a certain way. Like, they wanted the Tribal Chief back. They didn't want the Roman Reigns that had character development and was trying to work with guys like Cody and Punk. Diba? Ano ba? So I guess they like MAGA Roman Reigns? I don't know.
Nakakatawa nga to. Yeah, first of all, yes. Sana nag-enjoy siya sa Freedom
White
250.
House.
Yeah. Right? But hanging out with Nate Bargatze and them. Pero at the same time, it's also not, parang kasi ganun na sila eh. Like, I don't know how people were responding to Roman making amends with things, but they definitely weren't reacting this way. Diba? They clearly wanted this more than they did the character arc of Roman. So,
kaya sinasabi ni Emil nga na means like half of it is definitely the fans' fault.
I mean,
parang when people are cheering Roman every time he does something or he says something bad, in my opinion, parang feel ko ginagago ko ng audience eh. That was the term I used in our Discord.
Jasper, please clip this.
That was the term I used in our Discord when I saw that and they were still cheering him. I said, ginagago niyo ba kami? Like, why am I supposed to be happy about this? So again, it's the same thing with Cody. Like, yun nga, parallels na silang dalawa at this point eh.
Nakakatawa lang that this is where we're at though after like 5 years. Diba? So, ilang years lang din tinagal nitong, diba, is this a new cycle now? Before, I remember back in the day nung nagkaka-shield inter-rivalries, diba? Paulit-ulit na lang yun eh, diba? And after a while, people got so tired with just seeing Rollins versus Ambrose versus Reigns versus Ambrose versus Rollins, and it's just spanned like almost a decade na ganun lang. Now, I feel like this is the new normal for us. Na babalik lang si Roman Reigns every 5 years as the tribal chief, which really
like, okay,
is just a dearth of an originality here.
And the problem is, the crowd will cheer for it. The live crowd is going to cheer for it, and even though people online are going to complain about it, like ito na naman tayo eh, internet fans versus real life fans, like okay, it's messed up. It's going to be a mess. All right. It is what it is. One last thing from Raw. Io Sky advanced to the Queen of the Ring finals. Do we have a finalist from SmackDown? Wala pa this week pa?
I forgot who's on the other bracket.
Charlotte Flair versus Liv, I believe.
Oh, so it's the semis.
Okay.
So it is still possible that Liv makes it to the finals.
And
it'd be funny if it is.
I actually have her winning, Liv Morgan.
So they can finally explain what happens when Liv wins.
Kasi it's too obvious not to happen. It's like this is the most red. Oh, it's the most red herring there is. So why not do it, right? It's right
that would be the funniest outcome if the champion wins.
And then fucking like somebody like, I don't know, Rhea Ripley or somebody like Bianca Belair comes out to challenge Liv Morgan, diba? Something like that. Something ridiculous.
I guess.
Wait, Bianca Belair is still pregnant, man.
Oh, somebody, anybody. Like fucking China,
Jade
Jade Cargill. Diba?
No, but Liv gets to choose who she's
Sinabi na
gonna
ba?
challenge.
Sinabi na ba? Hindi
Sinabi na
pa
ba
ata.
yun? Is that
Okay, yeah, okay, fair, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a New Japan
We know
thing.
that's the de facto rule, but they haven't really explained it yet. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that is the rule. And it's not the de facto rule because people don't know because
Yes,
a lot of
it's
people
never
don't
happened
watch.
before,
Yeah, a
right?
lot of people
Yeah.
don't watch NJPW and know that if the G1 Climax winner wins the tournament, he gets to choose. So, ngayon pa lang nila malalaman kung manalo si Liv. Diba?
Yeah.
Okay, one last bit from NXT. We're making good time. This is a really good segment from NXT. So, Naraku, the former Evil, and tawag doon, Tony D'Angelo, the men's NXT champion, had a sit-down confrontation. So, Tony D was calling bullshit on Naraku's whole honorable act of protecting the NXT championship and their matchup. Kasi sabi ni Tony, nanood pala siya ng NJPW. Alam niya that Naraku was formerly a guy who led a quote-unquote pack of wild animals who disrespected Japanese tradition. So that's obviously referring to the House of Torture for those who aren't hip to what's happening in Japan. So ang sinasabi na lang niya, okay, I don't believe you, and I know that you're gonna have some backup most likely when we fight for the championship at the Great American Bash. So first things first, does this mean Hiromu is finally debuting on NXT by helping Naraku win?
Kung siya yung backup, I would fucking love that.
So this is what you want to happen?
Yeah, kung totoo nga may backup siya, then I would love that.
Okay.
But I don't think Naraku's winning it in his first go here. Just because I think there's a pattern here of the Japanese people not winning on their first run. You know, we saw it with Io, we saw it with Julia, so I think it's a rarity.
Okay.
Emil, are you ready to see a new championship of your most favorite NJPW wrestler?
First of all, meron palang NJPW World subscription si Tony D'Angelo.
They made it canon. It's really important to say. Although to be fair, at least we have in history, we have it written in the history books that NJPW did once upon a time partner with WWF.
Yep, in the 80s. Yeah. Tony D'Angelo feels like me when I was ranting about the House of Torture back in the day. I mean, I love it. Kasi that was the parang elephant in the room since Naraku made his debut. Okay, he's displaying this weird honorable guy traits, but from the past, from his history, I know this guy is Kupal. This guy was was a leader of a faction that broke traditions, as he said. So I'm glad that they are incorporating that in the story instead of just ignoring it and pretending that Naraku is just this guy who's from Japan who's competing for the title. No, they are acknowledging the past. And
what's important? What's really important is they're acknowledging other companies' past.
Yun nga. Yep.
Kulang na lang sabihin nila your wife, Io Sky.
Yung pala yung backup niya, Io yung backup niya.
They already made it public, diba? So, why not? Do I think he's gonna win the title? I would say yes. If they are going to make him a legit star, then why not have him win the title right away? Diba? With the help of, the debuting Hiromu Takahashi.
Actually, I want them to continue teasing and messing with Tony's head. Like, I want Hiromu to not show up just yet. Okay, sure, he can show up eventually, but not yet in Naraku's first championship match. Like, okay, let's keep up the ruse a little while longer. Kasi I like Tony selling the fact that I know that you have backup, but, it's going to be crazy seeing him now. Okay, where's your backup? And it didn't happen.
I know, yeah. Like,
so, or maybe they do pwede din mag-Chiron fake out sila, right? Like, match is over, If Naraku loses, pero blindside siya ni Hiromu.
Actually,
right?
I would. Sure, but not during the match.
Right.
Like, I don't want Hiromu helping Naraku during the match. So, yeah, I really like, I said, the direction that Naraku took, and I don't want it to end just yet. Kasi I really like the honorable man thing that he's doing. Kasi
oh my God, baka si Hiromu si Roy Skis or whatever that other name
Nux
was.
Raijin.
Yeah, Nux Raijin.
I just really wanted them to do this, to subvert yung expectations ng mga tao. It's not just Tony's expectations. It was Emil's expectations, diba? It was other fans' expectations that Naraku would be this babyface like character, and I want them to keep doing that because it's something different and something refreshing.
Yeah, kasi diba sinabi he ended his promo, this little vignette that they did here with the very obvious saying that evil is coming.
Yeah, that was
very nudge wink nun eh.
No, but I think evil refers to him. Like he's evil. Like
I think
Hiromu
it refers to
evil.
somebody. I mean, I think he refers him.
Why would it refer to someone else? Because everyone knows that he is evil.
No, I think maybe that it's the impending doom.
Yun yung naisip ko kasi.
I think it's him.
Diba?
I think it's him. I don't think it's anyone else. Yeah.
What if? Here's a crazy what if. What if he changed his name back to Evil, like after he wins the championship?
Sure. Why not?
Diba?
Naraku is just parang a red herring because this guy is like the quote unquote good guy.
I feel like if he wanted to tease Hiromu, he would have said something about a bomb. Ticking
time bomb.
Yeah, ticking time bomb. Kasi yun yung moniker niya.
Parang sabihin niya TikTok tas si Karrion Cross pa rin.
No, but sa time bomb, the time bomb is
that's
the reference to Hiromu. So yeah, that's it for NXT. Oh, by the way, before we end, NXT's women really carried the show again.
we gotta give.
Oh yeah, that main event was solid. That Natty versus Jada Parker match, fire.
Yeah, I think I said it on our Discord. That was the best Jada Parker match I've seen.
Yeah.
And again, that's because of also credit to Jada Parker, but I think Natty really did her best to up Jada's game.
Yeah, unfortunate that she had to eat the L here, but I didn't really see her beating Natalia or Natty at this point. Kasi they haven't been treating this low-key legend character the best, I believe, but they are treating it with some degree of respect. Now it's unfortunate that Jada Parker had to eat another L here. So parang doon ako mas nagtataka where they're gonna put her after the fallout of this rivalry.
Yeah. People will talk shit about people not improving on NXT and Performance Center, but that's clearly not true. Like, people get better down there. Yun nga lang, main roster, different breed.
Ang galing no kasi especially in the women's side, parang whenever there would be a bash of call-ups, we're always wondering, what's gonna happen to the division? So women's division never nagkaroon ng gap, especially after all these girls came in. Sa men's we may mga lull periods like after a batch of call-ups. Ngayon medyo nag-pick up na siya because of Naraku. But in the women's, like it's always laging merong bago. And they're always like stepping their game up. So NXT has
the coaching of the women is really good.
Yeah. They have some of the best wrestling on weekly TV.
Shout out to Layla Diggs. I don't think I've seen her before.
She's an Evolve wrestler.
I don't think I've caught her Evolve episodes yet, but she was really good in that speed qualifier match.
Against CC.
Really good, a good showcase of her skill here.
Yeah. All right. That's it for WWE Talk. Right. Thanks for listening to another episode. Before we get out of here, Chino, do you have plugs?
Yeah, so next week, June 26th, there we go. June 26th, I will be at Green Hills, The Vault Speakeasy at Tito's in Green Hills with Stanley Chi and Ansis C for Chinoy On Demand, the Chinoy triple headliner. Myself, Ansis C, Stanley Chi. Tickets available, comedymanila.ph. Yun lang. Yeah.
All right. As for me, tickets to the doubleheader event of DexCon next month are available. It's Jam of the Joshis 2 and ISUS. Now available at DexCon.helixway.ph. The tickets here are, I believe, a little cheaper because it's spread out over 2 days. Remember, they want to get you watching both days. So if you're free on that weekend, kung kaya nyo manood on both days, go check that out, dexcon.helixway.ph. Choco Pro wrestlers will be coming over, and they will be headlined by the returning team of the Best Bros, Balian Aki and May Suruga. So that they're gonna be headlining ISUS, I believe, and then the other Joshis as well who are coming over will be all over the card of Jam of the Joshis too. All right. Emil, may streams ka ba? What about you?
Nah, just to follow the pod on all social media platforms and keep supporting the podcast. That's it.
All right. All right. Thank you to Babyface producer Jasper for always making us sound great. If you want to continue the conversation, it is at Wrestling2XPod on Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. At Wrestling Podcast on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. For Chino is at Chino Supersize. Emil at EML_Meister. At _Stan C. At Monday Night Rowan. For myself, it is at Rosevar on Twitter. At Shang.Daddy on Threads and TikTok and Instagram. Everywhere else. All right. That's been another episode of the Wrestling Podcast. Thank you once again for tuning in, for listening, for watching on YouTube. Watching our live stream next week. We'll see you Monday. We'll be dropping my special interview with Chelsea Marie for Pride Month, and then kita na tayo again on the Thursday live stream. So we can now we'll be skipping the Monday live stream unless something juicy happens on SmackDown and AAA. So yeah, but I doubt. So yun, stay safe, stay dry, stay cool, mainit na ulit, and stay hydrated and don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast out. Peace.